Keir Starmer slammed, the emotional breakdown that shocked everyone. In the heart of Westminster, a political storm was brewing, one that would not only send ripples through Parliament but also capture the attention of the royal family and the public at large. It all began on a chilly autumn morning, when Keir Starmer, leader of the Labour Party, stepped onto the stage for what was supposed to be a routine press conference. Little did anyone know, this day would mark a pivotal moment in British politics. As cameras flashed and reporters jostled for position, Starmer appeared visibly tense. His usually composed demeanor seemed overshadowed by an uncharacteristic weight. The audience could sense something was off, whispers filled the room. What had happened behind the scenes? What was the source of this palpable anxiety? Just moments into his speech, a sudden tremor in his voice caught everyone by surprise. Starmer paused, his eyes scanning the crowd, conveying a mix of vulnerability and determination. "Today, I want to talk about something personal," he said, his voice faltering slightly. The room fell silent, the tension thickening as he continued, "I have been through a lot recently, and it's time for the truth." With those words, the audience leaned in, curiosity piqued. Starmer revealed a private battle with mental health, expressing the emotional turmoil that had plagued him for months. He spoke of sleepless nights, overwhelming pressure, and the feeling of isolation that often accompanies leadership. As he recounted his struggles, the atmosphere shifted from one of skepticism to deep empathy. But just as he began to gain momentum, a commotion erupted from the back of the room. A journalist, known for his confrontational style, shouted a question that pierced through the emotional moment: "Why should we care about your feelings when the country is in crisis?" Gasps echoed among the attendees. The question lingered ominously in the air, and Starmer's expression shifted from vulnerability to frustration. Meanwhile, across town at Buckingham Palace, members of the royal family were watching closely. The Queen Consort, known for her commitment to mental health advocacy, turned to King Charles with a concerned look. "He's opening up about his struggles, this is unprecedented for a leader," she said. The king nodded, recognizing the weight of Starmer's words, both for politics and for public perception. As the press conference continued, Starmer addressed the challenges faced by the nation: rising costs, social unrest, and, notably, the ongoing discussions around the monarchy's role in modern Britain. Each mention drew parallels to the royal family's own struggles with public scrutiny. Could Starmer's emotional breakdown lead to a shift in how leaders approached vulnerability? The question hung in the air, enticing viewers with the promise of deeper revelations. Just when it seemed the conference was reaching a resolution, Starmer dropped a bombshell. "I received a letter just last night," he said, his voice trembling. "It was from someone I never expected, an old friend from my days in law, someone close to the royal family." The crowd gasped again, and the journalist who had interrupted earlier could barely contain his excitement. "Who was it? What did the letter say?" he pressed, but Starmer only shook his head, choosing discretion over disclosure. The cliffhanger left everyone on edge, their minds racing. What secrets lay within that letter? How did it connect Starmer to the royal family? As the press conference wrapped up, speculation ran rampant. Social media exploded with theories about the identity of the letter's author. Was it a member of the royal family? A former aide? The implications of such a connection could shake the foundations of British politics and the monarchy itself. Starmer left the stage visibly shaken but resolute. The emotional breakdown had not only revealed his personal struggles but had also opened a Pandora's box of questions about leadership, vulnerability, and the intertwining lives of political leaders and royals. As viewers processed the unfolding drama, they were left with more questions than answers. What impact would Starmer's revelations have on his political career? Would the royal family respond, and if so, how? The emotional breakdown had transformed from a personal struggle into a potential political crisis, intertwining with the very fabric of British society. With the camera panning out, the final shot captured Starmer walking away, the weight of the world on his shoulders, and viewers were left hanging on the edge of their seats. What comes next for Starmer? What revelations might emerge from that mysterious letter? The stage was set for a dramatic showdown in the weeks to come, leaving everyone eagerly anticipating the next chapter in this unfolding saga. In a world where political discourse often feels detached, Starmer's moment of vulnerability reminded everyone of the human side of leadership. As the royal family watched closely, the question remained: how would this emotional breakdown reshape the landscape of British politics? The answer, it seemed, was just around the corner, waiting to be unveiled.